History is usually boring until it's absolutely insane. We like to think the past can be explained, but reality has a habit of being weirder than any Hollywood script. From a war fought over a bucket to a dancing plague that literally killed people, today we're counting down 15 historical events that prove the universe has a very dark sense of humor. 1. The Great Molasses Flood. In 1919, a massive storage tank in Boston burst, sending a 2.3 million gallons of molasses in a 25-foot-high wave through the streets at 35 miles per hour. It killed 21 people and injured 150. It wasn't a sweet way to go. The syrup was so thick it acted like quicksand. For decades after, locals claimed the city still smelled like maple syrup on hot days. Death by goo. Nature is truly creative. 2. The Dancing Plague of 1518. In Strasbourg, a woman started dancing in the street. Within a month, 400 people had joined her in stress-induced group hysteria, dancing for days without stopping until they died of heart attacks or exhaustion. Doctors at the time prescribed more dancing to cure them. It's the only time in history a flash mob was officially classified as a mass casualty event. 3. The Emu War. In 1932, the Australian military declared war on 20,000 emus that were eating crops. The soldiers had machine guns. The emus had, well, emu luck. The birds were so good at dodging bullets that the military eventually retreated in defeat.
Field will die.
The emus won the war, proving that a flightless bird is a formidable opponent if you have a limited ammo budget. 4. The War of the Oaken Bucket. In 1325, soldiers from Modena stole a wooden bucket from a well in Bologna. This sparked a full-scale war that killed thousands of people. Modena won and kept the bucket. It's still on display in their town hall today. Imagine explaining to a grieving widow that her husband died for a piece of kitchenware.
5. The Taiping Rebellion. A failed civil service exam taker named Hong Siu-Kwan had a nervous breakdown and decided he was the younger brother of Jesus Christ. In his attempt to convert the Han people to his version of Christianity, he started a rebellion in China that lasted 14 years and killed an estimated 20 to 30 million people. That's more than the entire population of Texas, all because one guy took a test result a bit too personally. 6. The London Beer Flood. In 1814, a massive vat at a London brewery ruptured, releasing 320,000 gallons of beer in a massive 15-foot tidal wave. It leveled 2 houses and killed 8 people. Some residents reportedly tried to collect the free beer in pots and pans while the flood was happening. It's the ultimate hold my beer moment in history, with a tragic, yeasty ending. 7. The Cadaver Synod. In 897 AD, Pope Stephen VI had the corpse of his predecessor, Pope Formosus, dug up, dressed in papal robes, and put on trial. They even hired a deacon to stand behind the corpse and answer for it. They found the dead guy guilty, chopped off his fingers, and threw him in the river. Talk about a cold case. 8. The 1904 Olympic Marathon. This race in St. Louis, Missouri was a disaster. The winner hitched a ride in a car for 11 miles. The second-place guy was fueled by rat poison and brandy. One runner was chased off course by aggressive dogs, and another nearly died from inhaling dust. It wasn't an athletic competition, it was a survival horror movie with bib numbers. 9. The Voynich manuscript. Found in 1912, this 240-page book is written in a language that doesn't exist, filled with drawings of plants that don't grow on Earth and naked women in green tubs. The world's best codebreakers have tried to read it for a century and failed. It's either a sophisticated 15th century hoax or proof that the author was living in a completely different dimension. 10. The Battle of Karansebes. In 1788, the Austrian army was looking for the Ottomans. Two groups of Austrian soldiers got into a drunken fight over some schnapps, started shooting, and convinced the rest of the army they were being attacked. The army panicked and attacked itself, resulting in 10,000 casualties. The Ottomans arrived 2 days later to find a defeated army that had never even seen them. 11. The Erfurt latrine disaster. In 1184, King Henry VI called a meeting of nobles in a church. There were so many people that the floor collapsed, dropping about 60 nobles into the latrine pit below. Most of them drowned in, well, liquid waste. It remains the most undignified way for the ruling class to exit the stage of history. 12. The Great Stink of London. In the summer of 1858, the smell of untreated human waste in the Thames became so overpowering that Parliament had to shut down. They tried soaking the curtains in lime to hide the scent, but it didn't work. The smell was so bad it literally forced the government to create the world's first modern sewer system. Progress through pungent odor. 13. Tarare, the man who ate everything. This gaunt 18th century French man had an appetite that defied biology. He ate live cats, snakes, and even an entire basket of apples in one go, always looking bloated after eating. He was used as a spy to swallow secret documents, but he was eventually kicked out of the hospital after being suspected of eating a toddler. He died of tuberculosis, but his autopsy revealed a stomach that occupied almost his entire body cavity. 14. The 1561 celestial phenomenon over Nuremberg. One morning, the citizens of Nuremberg saw hundreds of spheres, cylinders, and crosses fighting in the sky around the sun. It looked like a full-scale space battle, but was actually an optical phenomenon known as a parhelion, a bright spot to one or both sides of the sun. The event is often cited as one of the earliest recorded of unidentified flying objects. 15. The Green Children of Woolpit. In the 12th century, two children with bright green skin appeared in an English village. They spoke an unknown language and would only eat raw beans. Eventually, their skin turned normal and they learned English, claiming they came from a sunless land called St. Martin's Land. They weren't aliens, probably, but they certainly weren't from around here. History isn't just a list of dates, it's a record of the absolute chaos of the human experience. We like to think we're in control, but a bucket, a vat of molasses, or a few emus can change the course of the world in a heartbeat. Next time you think life is getting too strange, just remember, at least you're not at a 12th century plumbing convention. See you next time, assuming reality stays in its lane, or that you're not out collecting free beer.